Most doctors lose the sale before they even mention price. Why? Because they assume the patient can't afford it. Insurance doesn't cover the best options, but patients still want results.
Insurance continually doesn't cover things, and people are left with bigger and bigger bills for things that aren't nearly as good as orthobiologics. If money was no option, I would tell you you should get PRP and you should have done it yesterday.
Want to confidently recommend PRP without sounding salesy? Watch till the end.
I get this question all the time. And honestly, you're not alone. We have been brainwashed to think that insurance covers everything. The reality, and honestly, good for us, is insurance continually doesn't cover things. And people are left with bigger and bigger bills for things that aren't nearly as good as orthobiologics, right? And so the question that you have to ask yourself, and the human mind is weird about money. We assign value to things strangely. We have all of these scripts in our heads and all these things that are kind of ingrained, our thought processes about what's expensive, what's cheap, what's worth it, what's valuable, what's not valuable. But that's us assigning it to our patient, and our patient may not value it the same. Don't forget, if you want more about the business of orthobiologics, I have a podcast, or you can go on my website, The Business of Orthobiologics, and tune in. So I'm going to urge you to kind of hold back that value assignment and give them all the options. Because honestly, you just said, and maybe the exercise in the head that you can start working on is, what do I think the best option is? And you know what the best option is. It's orthobiologics. Otherwise, we wouldn't offer it, right? The research shows it's better than cortisone. It's better than HA. And we have longer lasting relief, and we have disease modification. And in some patients, healing, right? So if we truly think this is the best option, why are we walking them away from the best option? So maybe the exercise in the head is, and I tell this out loud to my patients, I said, if money was no option, I would tell you you should get PRP and you should have done it yesterday. And so if you just call it on the table and say, unfortunately, your insurance company doesn't cover PRP. It does cover these other options. I don't personally think they're as good. They may not get all the job done. And you may still be back here not fully healed or not fully happy with this state of affairs. You haven't been able to achieve your goals. I think this treatment is the best option for achieving goals. End of story. And then when you talk about money, it's scary because we don't have training in it. We haven't had practice, right? If someone asks you how much a loaf of bread is, well, it's $5. Okay. And there is no value assumption. Although even when you look in the grocery store and there's this artesian bread that's $9.50, you're like, man, that's kind of a lot. Maybe. Or maybe you're hosting an amazing dinner party and you need this artesian bread because it pairs perfectly with this, and that's going to achieve the goals. Well, now $9.50 is like, I don't care. I'm hosting an enormous dinner party and I need this product. And Wonder Bread is not going to cut the mustard. It's not going to achieve your goal. Okay. So does that help, Jason?
Yeah, very, very helpful. I mean, honestly, sometimes just hearing like the semantics and verbiage or examples that you give, it's just another way of thinking of it, explaining to the patient. So Thank you.
Yeah, when you start to think and you get scared when you're doing the consultation and you're like, oh God, now I have to talk about money. Oh God, be like, and you can even say it out loud. If money was no option, I'm happy to throw the insurance companies under the bus, right? Unfortunately, your insurance company doesn't think this is a valuable product, even though we have 144 randomized controlled trials that show efficacy with this treatment. This is the treatment that I think is the best option for you. And then when you talk about price, you don't have to qualify it. The store doesn't tell you, well, the reason we're charging $9.50 is because, it's the best one and we've looked around and we tried and no, it's just on the shelf and you can choose it if you'd like, if you value it. So your job is to tell them what the problem is, Tell them all the solutions, tell them what you think the best solution is, and offer to help guide them down that road to make the decision. Don't miss out. Please subscribe to our newsletter now to stay ahead of the world of orthobiologics. You can find the link below. Additionally, if you're ready to start this journey with me in my Orthobiologics Masterclass, come join us.